series in late 2015 and 2016.
Yeah, but also at that point he was much older too, so it's probably much harder to come back as early.
True, but
But yeah, but nonetheless, then Finley had the DQ bizarre thing, whatever. Then Elijah Burke was eliminated by Triple H, and then it came down to the final four. In the final four, I will point out that we had Kane, Batista, Triple H, and John Cena. Then
Kane.
yeah, well, no, he's a legend, of course,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah, but
but
like
he
at that time.
no, but it's not the weirdest thing ever, but it's still like it's still kind. It's just he's had like an interesting career in terms of like he's been all over the card, and he's kind of like, if anything, he should be commended for that, because it's kind of like no matter what they've given him, he's just taken with it and he just went with it basically. So
Team Hell No?
yeah, and then I mean that was actually a success.
Well, he took everything.
Oh yeah, I mean, Corporate Kane took
Kane.
that and went with it.
Yeah, that grew on me.
I actually thought he did well with it.
Oh, he did.
When I first saw it, I was like, okay, I don't know if I really like this. But then like he took it and he made the most of it.
Yeah.
Even when they unmasked him, he took it and went with it. So basically, whatever they've had for him,
In the beginning, the first time in the beginning, he was even twisted even with without the mask and with it.
oh God, well. I'm thinking at some point we got to get to some '03 shows. Like at some point we got to get a rewind in of an '03 show. But
Yeah, they're still fresh. They're still like fresh to me because like I just got done watching.
yeah, but I mean like like a WrestleMania like a 19 or something. You can never go wrong with that stuff. So
Oh no.
but yeah. Once that happened, like at that time, like not to get off topic, but yeah, he went on a serious rampage.
Yeah.
And that was like the last time he ever really like did anything like that. Because after that, it was just like that's the thing. It's like almost like I have an unpopular opinion. Like a lot of people think that like when they unmasked him, that it killed him. I initially thought that actually like when they did that, it was like the right thing to do. Like it's an unpopular opinion, but I only thought that because I thought at that point the mask they did about everything they could with it. And I guess he even said at the time that it was the right thing to do, just because like it served its purpose and like there was nothing else they could do with it. It's just they failed to capitalize on it because like after that like it just died down, and like he had this thing with Taker at Mania where he just got like squashed basically. I mean he had some audience, and he had this angle with like Matt Hardy and Lita, and then it just got really weird from there.
Mm-hmm.
But but getting back on topic, then Kane was eliminated. Then we're down to the final three. We had Triple H, Batista, and John Cena. And then Batista would be eliminated by Triple H. Then we were down to Triple H and John Cena, two men who had faced off in the main event of WrestleMania before. They would go on
Cena actually would mouth that to Triple H.
Yeah.
There was that one moment they were both pointing at the WrestleMania sign.
Uh-huh.
And Cena would remind Triple H that the last time they met at Mania, which was Mania 22, John Cena made Triple H tap.
Yeah, he did. And then here we are 2 years later in 2008, and they're the final two in the Rumble match, and I guess
they would meet again at Mania.
Further irony, they would meet again at Mania, but this time it would be in the triple threat, because of course John Cena would eliminate Triple H. You give him the FU over the top ropes.
Yeah, the reason why they both go is because obviously Cena would.
He tried to take his opportunity early, which actually that's well, actually, we'll just say he took his opportunity early, because I'm actually going to get to after the show is there might be another 2008 show between the Rumble and Mania that's going to be in the lineup for upcoming through May in the May as we go through Mania here for JNC Rewinds. There might be another show, but we won't get all the way into it yet. But he would go for his opportunity early. Then eventually, of course, he'd have the triple threat match, which we all know. Mm-hmm. And Cena would win the Rumble. He'd be the winner of the 2008 one. It would be his first of two Rumbles he would go on to win.
2013 one was so predictable.
Yeah, that was not one of my favorite ones, being honest. Yeah, Cena would get the win. He'd have a huge surprise, huge moment, great moment. Yeah, this in the Rumble to me was the best part of the show. I did enjoy that WWE title match, but yeah, this was to me it was just a good Rumble for me.
Yeah,
not everyone loved it, but I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I was just probably the main reason why I'm infatuated with the Rumble is because of Cena just Surprise!
Yeah. Hey, that's what the Rumble's for sometimes, those big surprises, you know?
Yeah.
It can really make it sometimes, and I think in this case it really did this time. Well, when I was saying about the Rumble, like everyone loved, like it's not like a Rumble that gets a lot of hate because it's like I've never heard anyone say it was like a bad one. I just for some people it's just like a very like average one.
Yeah.
But no, I like this Rumble match, and the show we could say it was kind of like an average show, or some people may have thought it was solid, or whatever the deal is. But yeah, but no, I thought this was I liked this Rumble match. I went ahead and gave it like 3 3/4.
I did 4, I think.
Yeah, so he liked it a little bit more than I did, but we were pretty much gonna.
It just comes down to that moment with Cena.
No, I really did make it. Little things kind of dropped it for me. I would have like put it up a little higher, but that DQ thing kind of dropped it for me a little bit, just because I was confusing. And then just just the little things, but
Well, hey, at least that DQ, at least it wasn't the finish.
well, yeah, okay.
Dude, could you imagine
Yeah.
if a Rumble ended in a DQ?
Oh, don't say that. That might happen one day. Now we saw a DQ in a Hell in a Cell match, so I won't put anything past anybody.
True.
But yeah, that's what we had for you guys in this edition of JNC Rewind, our fifth one actually.
Shall we tell them which rewind's next?
Yes, we should. I have the lineup right here. We are set through Mania. But yeah, this is the plans per se. So originally tomorrow we were supposed to have a new edition of JNC Radio. That is now officially not going to happen, as I announced earlier, or it was put up on the JNC Radio Twitter. But what we are going to do is we're going to give you another JNC Rewind. Yes, we're going to give you the 1992 Royal Rumble event, which features the 92 Rumble match, which is considered by many to be the greatest Royal Rumble match of all time. So that will be coming your way Monday morning at 11 a.m. And then originally that was supposed to be the JNC Rewind for next weekend, or next Sunday, but we will just find something in place of that. Then we got the JNC radios. Those are supposed to be every Monday at 11. That's the plan, the goal. But January 5th, we're going to be taking a break from the Rumbles for a little bit to bring you something that we've never really done before, and something I happened to just think of one day, which I thought would be a great topic to talk about, because it would be the day before would mark the 10 years since it had happened. Many people, when you think of Monday Night Wars, will think of WCW Monday Night Show and Monday Night Raw, which, I mean, was the real Monday Night Wars,
Yeah.
of course, but of course there is one forgotten one, which didn't last very long at all, but is one that some of you may or may not even remember, or may remember now that I mention it. Eventually it became a thing that happened for like about a month, I believe. It was very, very short. But the particular night we're going to talk about is on January 4th of 2010, the night when TNA Impact went head-to-head with Monday Night Raw. Because, yeah, it's just something I just thought of. Hulk Hogan was coming to TNA at that time, and they were planning on just making changes, and they were, yeah, it's just something I thought of one day, and I just coming across just watching some wrestling on YouTube, and I just happened to come across a clip of that show from that night, and I was like, you know what? What if we
covered it?
Because as I said, the day before, January 4th, was the night that it would be the 10-year anniversary of that date, and January 5th would be the date that we'd have that episode for. So I figured, just why not? And then of course we'd have JNC Radio would be that would be the January 6th, that Monday. That would be the next show we'd be looking to do. And then for January 12th, we had the Royal Rumble of 1999, and followed by January 13th, Monday show. That'll be our Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill review and recap. So that'll be the next pay-per-view, actually, we do a review of, as of right now. Then we'd have the Royal Rumble of 2002, also considered to be one of the best Royal Rumble pay-per-views of all time. then full course followed by JNC Radio. That'll be the week before the Rumble, so I'm probably expecting like a Rumble preview, mixing with some other topics. And then I had the 2011 Royal Rumble, which is interesting because a lot of people probably wouldn't think that that'd be like one that we choose, but
just to note that it was 40 people, the biggest Rumble of all time.
Yeah, 40-man Royal Rumble. I just thought it'd be something different. Like we haven't really done anything in the 2010s, and we're gonna be in 2020. So I mean, that'll be like a decade, like basically like almost removed.
Yeah.
So I mean, like the 2010s are gonna start becoming like old at some point. So
Yeah.
as hard as that is to believe. But then of course January 27th we will have the 2020 Royal Rumble review and recap. Of course, the 26th will be the actual Rumble date, but of course our JNC Radio and our pay-per-view and review recaps for like the shows on like Sundays, obviously Sunday nights, we'll have that out for you the following day. Then for February, I actually thought about doing like some of the top February pay-per-views. Just name a few. So I got some No Way Outs in here, starting with No Way Out 2000. Then the next day, got JNC Radio lined up for you right now. And then February 9th, we have In Your House Final Four. We have, then of course, got radio the following day. And of course, I say we have the radio the following day and we have that lined up for you right now because I don't want to obviously I don't know what the topics are going to be at that point in time. I don't want to feel like I'm lying to anybody if something came up and we change it and we do another double rewind, just give you two rewinds or what the situation is. I'm just putting that out there now. This is just what we're planning on doing.
There was some mini news that be reported as I remembered. That we're talking about injuries. It was actually reported that New Day member Xavier Woods actually fears that he actually will be out until 2021.
Oh, it's that bad?
It's that bad.
Wow.
And for all of our edge heads in the audience, he has once again shut down the rumor.
Yeah, but I'm still actually kind of getting that feeling it's still going to happen. I think he's just saying that because it's like the John Morrison thing. I mean, it's a different situation, obviously, with his injuries and John Morrison returning, but it's I think it's kind of where, people just jump the gun and they just kind of get reports out there that aren't necessarily true. So he's just denying it that's the case. But I figured, I don't want, I don't want to speak for him or I don't want to just assume things, but he may have not been completely clear to compete then, but I would assume that he would have had some kind of clearance at, when it goes back to that SummerSlam when he did that spear to Elias. He must have been clear to do something. Not to say I was to completely wrestle, but don't be surprised. I don't be surprised if he still ends up returning because I've heard reports that he was still training to do that. Mm-hmm. So, but not saying it's going to happen or but we'll just see still. So don't get down on that. Yeah, if you are expecting that or hoping for it, but
just some quick updates, quick news.
Oh, for continuing or
no? Yeah, you can continue.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to give out the quick updates.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. If you think of something, and now we're really past the reviewing part, but then of course we had St. Valentine's Day Massacre from 1999. Got that in there. Then we'll have our NXT TakeOver Portland review and recap. And then the following week, we got No Way Out 2008. And that's what I was saying about earlier when I said that we might have another 2008 show coming for you. Actually, we might have a few 2008 shows this year lined up. But just because it's a good pay-per-view year. And if anything, it may have been the most consistent year in WWE ever, in history, for pay-per-views. Very consistent. Yeah, we'll find many bad ones at all, if any. But then we got JNC Radio for the next day lined up now. So saying now because if it doesn't happen or we do another rewind or something, I just don't. Not liars. It's just this is the original plans. Things happen. Things change.
Shit happens, people.
Yeah, there you go. Then February 29th, a weekday, that's when AEW will go